Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Great to have you in our YouTube stream. The session today is about enabling collaboration between SAP and partners using the Service Partner User Management application. Our expert speakers for today are Stephanie Hammond and Marcus Blasi. Both of them are part of a customer solutions support and innovation organization at SAP. My name is Larissa Brinkman from the SAP Global User Groups organization, and I'm your host for today. We kindly ask you to post your questions via live chat, and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. The PDF of this session will be available under the same link in the description to the video for download. And we will try to include this link for download shortly after the session today, meaning after the stream is finished. With this, I wish you great interaction and kindly ask Marcus to take over.
Very good. Thank you, Larissa, for the introduction and for having us here to talk about the Service Partner User Management application and, in general, our collaboration with partners related to SAP Cloud Services and support in particular. We will now move on with first, as a start of the conversation about the role of partners, and then also go a little bit further into how the Service Partner User Management application actually supports this process and is actually a key enabler for our partners and our customers. Just to my role, as Larissa, you just mentioned, my name is Marcus Blasi. I'm heading the Global Ecosystem Programs team in Customer Solution Support and Innovations, so SAP support organization. And we look into general aspects on how we programmatically engage with partners on the specific aspects of support and in the context of SAP Cloud Service. That, of course, is a focus area for us as well. And if we just go on the next page and I switch off my video to keep focus here on the presentation, which we see on slide number 4. If we can, thank you. Just to set the scene and set the stage about why we are talking about the Service Partner User Management application. Before we go into details, what is this actually about? Let us first look into the customer expectations and the customer needs that we see in the context of SAP Cloud Services, specifically in the context of support. So, of course, many of our customers rely on SAP partners for a variety of service in context of cloud services, implementation services, operation services, application management services. And of course, customers look for, have these expectations across the entire life cycle, which we support from an application lifecycle management solution perspective with SAP Cloud ALM. And of course, SAP works with partners across this entire life cycle because we see expectations about implementations based on SAP best practices. There are requests from our customers about how can partners resolve consultative customer inquiries directly without unnecessary delays, and also how can we SAP and partner collaborate effectively so that we can drive troubleshooting, and how can we also support, qualify our partner consultants to drive process efficiency. Those, of course, are questions that we see in the context of cloud services. And so for this year, we have basically 2 focus areas in this context. One is to engage with our partners and evolve the baseline qualification around SAP support specifically around product support and application lifecycle management. And SAP Cloud ALM, of course, is the recommended go-to solution for cloud-centric application lifecycle application landscapes from SAP. And the second pillar that is also important to mention here is a building on top of the baseline qualification that, of course, we anyways would drive is the Cloud Support Collaboration Framework, which is at the moment a proof of concept that we run in 12 countries, where we set up a more targeted and closer collaboration with our cloud service partners, where also a public recognition is available. So you will find for those countries where it's available, you will find those partners on the SAP support portal listed with the respective certification level, and partners that meet certain qualities and capabilities will also receive additional supporting resources from SAP to drive further efficiency in the collaboration. Now, having said that, let's look into what is the actual role of partners in the context of cloud services. We have received several questions in the context of what is actually the role of partners when it comes to cloud. And with this overview, we would like to structure this and also then explain how the service partner user management application actually fits into this picture. So as you can see on the left-hand side, very simplistic and illustrative, with the SAP Cloud Service, we cover the kind of the stack from support to over software to operations to infrastructure. And it means that Enterprise Support Cloud Editions is included and embedded in the SAP Cloud Service. And on top of that, customers obviously use the SAP Cloud Service, which includes then activities like key user management, application management. And often, as said in the beginning, customers ask partners for supporting them in fulfilling these activities. For example, for driving implementation projects, for operations or key user services, which means that in this context, partners engage with SAP support on request and on behalf of our customers, our joint customers. And this is now where the support collaboration that we defined or described before on the previous slide actually comes into play, because this is an opportunity for SAP and its partners to engage, to collaborate and drive the expected high quality of services that our customers are looking for. And one element of this closer and targeted engagement that is needed in order to drive efficient issue resolution for our customers is now about where the service partner user management application comes into play. And with that, I'm handing over to Stephanie Hammond, who will now explain us what actually is the service partner user management application, what are the use cases and scenarios, and then show us how it's instrumental to drive and enable the support collaboration. Over to you, Steph.
Thanks, Marcus. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everyone. My name is Stephanie Hammond. I'm working in the Global Ecosystem Program team together with Marcus. And my focus is more in the area of the enablement and the solutioning aspects. So now talking about the service partner user management application, why it is important and what's the relevancy in the context of what Marcus just talked about. So the service partner user management application allows you, our SAP customer, to authorize a partner own S-user ID to create and manage incidents on your behalf. This is the recommended baseline and process by SAP. So how does that work? So from the customer perspective, there are two steps to actually authorize the partner S-user ID. And from the partner side, there is only one step that is required, it's just to accept the invitation. So step one is basically customer invite the partner own S-user. Step 2 is the partner accept the invitation. Step 3, the customer assign the authorization to the partner for the specific system and tenants. And then step 4, then the partner is ready to go and able to create cases or incident on your behalf. What I will do now, I will switch the screen and then I will do a demo that I have recording showing you how is this process done. So for this purpose, I will need to switch between two different users. So this user there, this test user Hammond that you see is actually the customer. And then there will be another user that I will switch to which is the partner, to show you really the end-to-end process. So first of all, when you're logging as a customer, you need to be a cloud administrator to be able to actually assign the authorization to the partner as user ID. The first thing that needs to do in the SAP One Support Launchpad, but the same applies to SAP for Me. So SAP for Me under user and contract, you will have the exact same tile or access card called Manage Service Partner User. So that's the first steps that needs to be done. So when you log as a customer, you go in this tile, and what you will do, you will invite the partner, enter the partner as user ID, and click on submit. By doing so, you will actually accept the terms and condition that applies to this invitation, and then the invitation will straight away be sent to the partner. Now moving along, I'm logging off and logging back in as a partner. The partner will be notified of the invitation via email. It will also be able to see the notification inside the Launchpad notification framework. And there is also a tile that exists in the Launchpad and in SAP for Me called Service Partner User Cockpit that you can see here, which has got one notification waited to be accepted. So go in the Service Partner User Cockpit. The partner will need to select the invitation that has just been sent by the customer. And once the invitation has been selected, it just needs to click on confirm. The partner has got 30 days to accept the invitation. If the invitation has not been accepted within the 30 days, then this invitation will expire and then the customer will need to resend the invitation. Now the invitation has been accepted. The customer can then apply the authorization. So what needs to be done? I'm logging again now as a customer. The customer will need to go back in the Service Manage Partner User tile. So in the tile that you see there on the Launchpad, so in the Manage Service Partner User, you will be able then to access the invitation that has just been accepted by the partner. So let me just refresh the page. In the Managed Service Partner User, you will now see the invitation that has just been accepted by the partner. And when the partner has accepted the invitation, what that has done, that has actually populated all the information that are required. So first of all, who is the partner? For which organization does he work? And then when it was invited, for which country and region does it belong to? So at the moment, you can see there is no validation period. Nothing has been done so far. So you've got this little arrow icon that needs to be selected in order to be able to go to the next menu, which is the menu where you will set the validity period and set the authorization. Once you access this menu, you will need to click on this little pen, which is the edit pad, and enter the valid from and the valid to date. So once you select the valid to date, you will need to save the information that you have selected and then go into the authorizations tab. And in the authorization tab, this is where you are selecting the system and tenant for which you want to authorize the partner. Here you can see there are two sections. So there is the incident management section and the display cloud data section. For the various product and solution, the incident management section needs to be selected. So you need to absolutely expand this section and select for which system and tenant you want to apply the authorization. The display cloud data area or section is only needed mandatory for SuccessFactors system. not for anything else. So here I edit again this area. I can expand the incident management section and I can select, so for which product or for which system do I want to authorize the partner. Here in this instance for SAP Cloud Platform, I can see all the system or the tenant that I've got available are all productive environment. But if you do have test environment, this will also be selectable. So you will see the difference between what are your productive system and what are your test system. So here I can select for which tenant I want to authorize the partner. And again, display cloud data only mandatory for SuccessFactors. You absolutely need to select it for SuccessFactors. And then I can save then the information, and straight away when the saving is being done, if my validity period is as of today, the partner then can start creating and logging cases on my behalf. So how does that work? Let me log as a partner and show you how can the partner log a case or an incident on my behalf. Same as creating a normal incident, you go into a report an incident, but the difference will be once you select the report an incident, you will be able to select a customer, and in the list of customers that are selectable, you will see various service customers. And the service customer are the customer that have provided this service application user management authorization to the partner. So if, for example, the partner would be engaging with multiple customers, there might be 2, 3, 4 different customers that he can select from. So here, for the purpose, I will select the customer that has just provided me the authorization. And then what I can do is that I can select for which system do I want to create the case for. And there, only the system that have been allowed to this S user will be selectable. And then I need, same as for a normal case or a normal incident creation, I need to provide a subject, then a description with like the step-by-step information on what needs to be done. I can add attachment. I can provide, like for example, the priority. I can provide alternative contact if I need to. And then I can also select what I will need to select also is the component. So for which component do I want to create the case? And as you might see, once all the fields have been provided, I can decide to either submit an incident, but I can also use the real-time interaction channel that are available to me, so such as schedule an expert or expert chat on behalf of the end customer. So the partner can definitely create not just a case or an incident, they can also schedule an expert or expert chat on your behalf also. And that's obviously depending on for which component this is, whether all those cases are, respecting the different criteria. I mean, depending on the severity, depending on the component, those fields might be available or those might not be. So real-time interaction channel can be then selected depending on when the case has been created and what component has been selected. So if I then click on submit an incident, the incident then will be created on your behalf. And then the partner will be able then to manage the case on your behalf. So add or add information, update information, add contact, communicate on your behalf. So here is the case that has been created. Now, when you're a partner and a customer, you can, of course, go into manage an incident and you will be able to see all the incident that has been created on your behalf by the partner. What I would recommend is that you can go into adapt filter and you can create a customized search as well. So selecting, for example, which partner you want to have a look at, or which status you want to select, for the case. So for example, you want specific status, or what is the case creation? And once this search has been selected, you can go into the Go button to see the results. And definitely what I would recommend if you customize a search is also to always go into the saving option. So you can save the search for later, and then you can really see how many cases were created by the partner, when is the partner being involved, what is the statuses of these cases. And this is the way like the service partner user management application is working. So under one roof and under one umbrella, then the partner is able to manage actually the case. At any time during this relationship, also, you as a customer are able to stop disengagement. You can at any time disengage the collaboration with the partner, and so can the partner also disengage the collaboration with the customer. So it's up to you at any time to stop and start, this collaboration if you want, and the service partner user management application authorization. So when this disengagement is happening, then straight away you are not able, or the partner will not be able to create cases on your behalf, will not be able to any longer to view any outstanding or open cases as well that they have created for yourself. So unless they get the authorization back again. So there is always this option to disengage the relationship from the customer and from the partner side. So everything can be managed again under one roof. So under the managed service partner user, the customer then can manage all the authorization. They can expand at any time. And under the service partner user cockpit, the partner then can manage the authorization as well and stop the engagement. So going back into the presentation, I've included in the presentation all the steps that I've just demoed there. But then I wanted to also provide you with a summary. So what are the advantages of the service partner user management application? What are the opportunities from a customer perspective and from the partner perspective? So the first thing, and this is in relation to what Marcus initially mentioned, with the support cloud collaboration, this actually enables us to accelerate the troubleshooting by partner on behalf of the customer. So there's a closer collaboration starting between SAP and the partner that are enabled. There's a more transparency about the partner user that performs support tasks on your behalf. So we are able to actually see which partner are actually reporting case on customer behalf. And that's how we also able to actually have this tighter and this closer collaboration. And then this is also increasing the efficiency in managing the partner authorization, because you don't need to create S user ID for the partner that you're engaging with. You have ease of authorizing and deauthorizing the partner, as I mentioned, with this disengage button. Everything is managed under one roof, under this service partner user management tile or access card, which is the central basically administration in the SAP One Support Launchpad or SAP for Me. From the partner perspective, of course, there are also opportunities for them. So there is a more targeted and closer collaboration between SAP and the partner that are enabled. There is a higher transparency about partner user own incidents, so they can see what cases or incidents they have created on behalf of the end customer with their own S user ID. And there is increased efficiency in incident handling across all their customer landscape. So they don't need to juggle between multiple S user ID for all customer engagements. They only need one user ID, their own user ID, and they got the visibility to all the cases and incidents that they might have reported on behalf of the end customer under one roof and one area in the managed incident or managed case area in SAP for Me or the SAP One Support Launchpad. Now, Marcus, I provide you, or I let you speak about the next step.
No, very good. Thank you for the very comprehensive overview. Yeah, I mean, little to add from my side. As mentioned in the beginning, we are focusing this year on, of course, the baseline, the evolution of the baseline qualification and enablement of our partners to establish efficiency, greater efficiency, closer engagement with our partners to meet customer expectations when it comes to SAP support services, and specifically product support and application lifecycle management related activities. The service partner user management application is instrumental in driving this collaboration, and also it is then helping you as our customers to receive the services that you are expect, specifically when it comes to implementations based on best practices, or the troubleshooting processes in general between you, partner, and SAP. That's why we strongly recommend to follow this process when engaging with a service partner in the SAP Cloud context. There's additional information here in the document linked to the SAP support portal. And if we conclude here, we thank you for the attention, the participation. The content that we have presented today obviously is SAP confidential and proprietary. Content may change at any time, as we have stated in the beginning of the presentation. Just wanted to repeat that. As I mentioned, we are exploring opportunities also with the proof of concept on the cloud support collaboration framework in certain countries at the moment. There's more information available on the SAP support portal. And with that, we would conclude the presentation and look into whether there are questions.
One thing maybe to add from my side, should you have any question about the presentation or the service partner user management application, there is a mailbox also available to you for any question or feedback. And Marcus was also mentioning about the support portal. So we have in the support portal a page on the offering program about the support collaboration with Cloud Partner and what that means. And in terms of this collaboration framework and proof of concept that Marcus has mentioned, there is a gated area only available for countries that are part of the collaboration framework. So those customers that are part of those 12 countries that are part of the proof of concept then can access the gated content, and in there they can receive more information, and they can also see which partner are so far participating to this proof of concept. So one of the recommendations is whenever engaging with a partner in the country, if this is available, as a proof of concept, you would maybe check this page and select one of those partners. And for that, Larissa, I don't know, is there any question?
First of all, thank you very much for your presentation and very detailed demo. I think it was very comprehensive. You're showing all these possibilities. I currently can't see questions in the chat, but I can only encourage our audience to bring up the questions. As the audience is probably thinking of any questions, I can just mention once again that the presentation will be available for download as PDF and will be included to the description to the video that will be available shortly after we finish this stream. So again, I can't see questions in the chat. I think it was also very clear mentioned that at the last page of the presentation, there is also an email address of a dedicated inbox for any inquiries related to this topic. So for those who will be watching replay, please use this opportunity to contact the team by writing an email to the inbox that is mentioned right now on the screen.
Very good.
So again, no questions in the chat. Again, thank you very much to the audience. Thank you very much to our speakers today. Please stay tuned for more YouTube streams that we will be offering in the upcoming weeks. And thank you very much. Have a nice day and bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.